This is Autoline Daily, the show dedicated to enthusiasts of the global automotive industry. GM CEO Mary Barra had a lot of interesting things to say at an Automotive Press Association event in Detroit yesterday. She called its decision to build ventilators during the height of the pandemic a, quote, game changer that created a culture shift in the company. The passion that was put into the project, plus the speed at which it was pulled off, gave GM the confidence to accelerate in other areas, especially EVs. As we've reported, it slashed its vehicle development time and moved up a number of launches. Barra says the first Hummer EVs will be in customer hands in, quote, weeks, not months. She also talked about the Silverado E that will first be shown off at CES, as well as a $30,000 Equinox-like electric vehicle and an E-Blazer. And the CEO says she's in favor of incentives for EVs because she believes they make electrics more accessible to more people and will help speed up adoption. Lastly, she touched on the chip shortage, reiterating what GM President Mark Royce said about reducing the number of chips in its vehicles and building a family of chips with its suppliers that fit in a wider range of its vehicles. But Barra also noted the issue has caused GM to look at its entire supply chain for its future vehicles to make sure it doesn't run into similar problems. And rare earth magnets just might be another one. GM announced partnerships with two companies. First is with MP Materials to develop a U.S. supply chain for rare earth magnets. Mined material from California will be sent to a new facility in Texas where it will be converted into metal, alloy, and magnets. Production is scheduled to ramp up slowly starting in 2023, and the magnets will be used in electric motors for models that ride on the Ultium platform. GM's other partnership with German company VAC will do the same thing, build magnets for electric motors in the U.S. that will go into Ultium platform vehicles. The only difference is we don't know where this facility will be located yet, and production is expected to start in 2024.
Mobility is becoming electric, connected, and autonomous, just like the manufacturing world. But will always be one thing: a reliable partner for our customers.
Ford is helping fleet operators and small business owners to maximize productivity. It just launched a new service called VIIZR, which we think is pronounced Visor. But it allows tradespeople to schedule appointments, send invoices, and manage customer requests from anywhere. The cloud-based platform costs $39 a month and is part of Ford Pro, the automaker's commercial vehicle and service business. Ford says businesses with less than 20 employees can use Visor to reduce back-office work by more than 40%, or about 25 hours a week. The market for this type of service is estimated at $3 billion annually and is expected to double in the next 6 years. So that's why Ford is jumping into it. And speaking of Ford, if you were interested in getting an F-150 Lightning, you're out of luck. In an interview on CNBC, Ford CEO Jim Farley said the company has stopped taking reservations for the electric truck and capped the number of orders at 200,000. That means the waiting list is about 3 years long. Ford originally set the production capacity at 70 to 80,000 a year, but Farley says the company is aiming to double that over the next 2 years. The first F-150 Lightnings are expected to arrive in the spring of next year. But if you want the electric Chevy Silverado, you're going to have to wait a bit longer. As part of a virtual chat with Deutsche Bank yesterday, GM Executive Vice President Doug Parks says it will start building the truck in early 2023. He also revealed that GM's autonomous unit Cruise is aiming for commercial deployment of its self-driving fleet sometime next year. The Robotaxi service will first launch in San Francisco. Last year, Cruise received permission to operate its fleet without a backup driver on board, and applied to start charging customers for rides. However, last week, San Francisco's public transit operator said it wants to delay Cruise from receiving the permit it needs to charge for rides over safety concerns. Cruise disputed some of those concerns, and the decision will ultimately be up to the California Public Utilities Commission whether or not Cruise gets the permit.
We want to know what drives your testing. OTA, connected car, diagnostics, remote testing. Intrepid Control Systems is here to help you work from anywhere. Intrepid Control Systems, driven by your data.
Daimler Trucks made its debut on the Frankfurt Stock Exchange earlier today, and its shares were trading up from its debut price of 28 euros. Daimler spun off its truck unit from Mercedes-Benz passenger cars and vans in order to unlock more value in each brand. Daimler still owns a 35% stake in its truck business. Daimler Trucks is now the largest commercial vehicle maker in the world by revenue, but its profit margin is behind competitors Scania and Volvo Trucks. Well, it looks like Tesla is getting ready to come out with two cheaper versions of the Model 3 in China. Gasgoo reports that Tesla filed for patents on a rear-drive Model 3 with a 180 kilowatt motor and another with a 194 kilowatt motor. The current Model 3 rear-wheel drive uses a 202 kilowatt motor. Each of the new models will also use cheaper LFP batteries or lithium iron phosphate. Last month, Tesla raised prices of the Model 3 in China by more than $3,000, and the base price is now $40,140, including subsidies. So these new models, with less range and power, are likely a move to offset the price increases. Peugeot and appliance maker Whirlpool have taken the world of food trucks a little more upscale. They created this demonstration vehicle out of a Peugeot Expert van, which also gets its own matching trailer. The sides of the van open and two large countertops fold out. It features a stovetop, two steam ovens, a sink, refrigerator, generator, and a big screen TV for good measure. Whirlpool says it will travel throughout France with the vehicle so customers can experience its products. But that brings us to the end of today's show. Thanks for joining us, and I hope you have a great weekend.
Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone, solutions for your journey. Intrepid Control Systems, over-the-air engineering, boost your game. And by Scheffler, we pioneer motion. Wards is the industry leader for news, data, and analysis. That's why companies across the globe subscribe to our premium service, maybe even your own. Log in for subscriber access now, check your company's intranet for details, and rely on wardsauto.com to keep you informed.